All right, everybody, I'm here with head coach Grant Williams. Grant, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Lewis. I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
How was your drive down?
It was very nice. A little bit of traffic on the usual spots, but
Not too bad.
Not too bad. No, it was better coming down a weekday than a weekend. Let's put it that
absolutely.
way. Yeah.
So we talked earlier during the week. You're from Western PA. I'm from the good side of PA.
Okay.
But you've been in hockey forever. Your son went to Coastal.
He did.
And that's how you guys got down there, you and your wife.
That's right. He went to Coastal to college there, and my wife and I said, he was our youngest one. Why don't we go too? It was enough of that bad winter weather.
No more of this.
No more snow shoveling and all that. So, yeah, we ended up in Myrtle Beach 2016.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
Well, welcome to the South, right?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, well, my wife's from the South originally, so it's kind of a homecoming for her. Yeah,
that's perfect.
For sure, yeah.
So the program is about 10 years old. You've been coached for 5 years.
Right.
And out of those 5 years, 3 out of the last 4, Coastal Carolina has won the ACC Hockey League.
Yes,
which is amazing, including 2 in a row over your rival.
The arch rival Liberty Flames. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it's we've been on a roll. 3 out of 4, like you mentioned, in the last 2 years in a row. We've had a great team. Good group of young men, and been able to just put a streak together. So
now here's what's really impressive. Not that Grant's a nice guy, we all know that, and he's obviously a good hockey coach. That's evident in the standings. But the fact that you're 2 hours away from a rink to practice, that's unbelievable. You either go to South Carolina, right? Go.
Well, we have to practice and play either at Charleston, South Carolina, or Wilmington, North Carolina. And for the guys, it's at the university. It's 2 hours either way. For me, it's about an hour and a half. Either it's still hour and a half to 2 hours for my assistant coach and I. So just to practice, it's a 4-hour round trip. Basically.
That's a crazy commitment.
It is, and it's kind of like it gives us that perennial underdog feeling because it's kind of us against the world.
I was just going to say
Myrtle Beach has no rink. We don't have a rink at the school. So it's like, okay, it's us against the world. And I know the guys on the team want to be on the team, and they're hungry because they're willing to make that drive just for practice. And it is a huge commitment, yeah.
Well, the team has got a lot of new players. You've only got 3 seniors, 2 juniors, the rest underclassmen. That is a huge turnaround.
We've had a pretty seismic shift in the core of the team. We lost 5 seniors last season. It was really our core who had come in as freshmen, and they're the ones that had started that winning streak against Liberty. It's 3 out of 4 years. So they've all graduated and moved on. So we kind of are finding our way. Our captain, Luke Krupa, though, has been outstanding so far this season. He's one of our seniors. He's leading the charge. Owen O'Brien is a sophomore. Owen was Rookie of the Year in the ACC last year. He is our other assistant captain. And Brady Barnes, our junior, Brady's been on the top line since his freshman year. He's our other assistant captain. So,
well, you started off the season 2-0, 2 great 4-3 wins over Appalachian State.
We did.
Krupa had 18 seconds into OT. He had the game winner the last game.
He did.
But the team now is amazingly only has 12 penalty minutes in 2 games. That's phenomenal.
It is phenomenal. In college hockey here, we try to stay disciplined. We'd rather play even strength or up a man.
Sure.
There's no sense of playing shorthanded, half the game, like at times we've had to in the past. So, no, it's a nice we'll hope we keep that going. Let's put it that way.
So the penalty kill hasn't had too much work, right?
We've been working on the penalty kill a lot in practice. We haven't had to work on it too much during the game. So
we've
really been focusing on that, though, because you never know. Every game's different, so you never know what you're going to run into game to game.
The power play, I believe, is 1 for 12 this season so far. So you may have some opportunities here on the Olympic rink.
Well, we know. I noted to the guys that were playing on the bigger surface, and early season, getting the power play going is problematic sometimes. Guys are just back and great training camp under our belt, trying to get that chemistry going. So working on the power play too. So hopefully we get a few chances we can capitalize tonight.
Now we'll finish up with goaltending. Your son, former player, is the goaltender's coach.
Yes, he is.
Griffin and you've got 3 goaltenders on the roster.
Well, we just have 2.
Just 2.
Yeah, just 2. We have. Griffin's the goal. Griffin was a 4-year starter for Coastal, and then he graduated 2 years ago. Trent Lebrecht is a senior goalie. Trent's from up in New Hampshire. Trent led the way last year to our championship. And then we have freshman James Amarelli. James is going to get to start tonight's game.
Awesome.
Going to see his first college action. So he's excited, and I think he's ready to go.
Well, it ought to be a lot of fun.
It should be. Yep.
You've got 31 players on the roster,
Yep.
18 from Massachusetts.
Yep.
4 from the same town in Massachusetts of West Roxbury. What's going on with that?
We have the Boston West Roxbury pipeline in full force. We got a lot of friends up that way, and they know all the kids, all the schools they went to. It's a great
Wow.
hub for hockey, as you well know, the Boston area,
Sure.
and we've been able to get a lot of kids that Owen O'Brien, Colin McAdams. We had a few guys years past. Joe McAdams, Colin's brother, came and played here. So we've had pretty good success with the guys from West Roxbury and Massachusetts and New England in general.
Well, you being from Pittsburgh, me from Philly, and Italian, there's a lot of great Italian places in Pittsburgh and Philly. You need to have one of those 18 families send you Mike's Pastries. Mike's Pastries in Boston in the North End is awesome.
Okay.
It's as good as anything you'll find in Pittsburgh or Philly.
I'll put that on my Christmas wish list. Maybe someone will send me some.
That's it.
Or they come down for a game for the weekend. They'll bring me some.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Boston's a great town.
Yep.
I don't know if you've been up, but it's a very cool city, but it's a small feel to a big city.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've been up there in the years past for youth tournaments and things like that. We've always had a good time. Been to Philly a bunch for tournaments. It's a fun time as well.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm a real Flyers fan, but being from Pittsburgh, but how can you say you're a Penguin fan, right? It just goes hand in hand. And get this, my assistant coach, Brad Surdom, huge Washington Capitals fan. But, we seem to get along pretty well.
That's good.
Taking some pokes at each other, but
it's harder for me to say that I'm a Flyers fan these days than it is to say I don't like Pittsburgh because we're god-awful.
Well, you know what? They'll come around. Hockey is cyclical. Teams have their ebbs and flows, like, pro teams all the way down to juniors and the youth teams. So I'm sure they'll make a comeback. Tortorella will get them going, I'm sure, here in the early season. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see, yeah.
All right, Coach. Thanks again.
Lewis, thank you. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Yep.
And we've got
much.
an interview coming up with Luke Krupa at the end of the first period, so stay tuned for that. I'm Louis DiPaolo.
Thanks again.
You bet.
The RDV Iced End Pro Shop is your one-stop shop for all your hockey needs. The Pro Shop carries all lines of the top protective gear and equipment. The Iced End staff is trained to fit you in the right gear and recommend the best equipment for the skater's skill level. Stop by the RDV Pro Shop, or you can call them at 407-916-2552 and tell them that Louis sent you.